Lately, I've been talking about the strength of individual voices and how that sets us up for a very different kind of future, a more promising future, and I want you to be part of it. That's this week on the Badass Agile podcast. Greetings, team. Welcome to the Badass Agile podcast. I'm your host, Chris Williams. My friend, welcome. This show has always been about leadership. It's always been about a special tribe of people who are excited and ignited and fired up to do things differently in our industry. And now times have changed. We're challenged. We're threatened. But you know what? It's a whole different landscape from when I started. So it's time to reinvigorate our tribal sense and to keep growing and strengthening what we've already achieved by becoming and staying badass. But first, let's take a moment to remember why we're here. To create an elite tribe of leaders who truly serve their clients and communities by doing what matters and what works, relentlessly chasing value and excellence like a badass. There's so many resources out there about how to do Agile, but we're focused on who you need to become in order to lead teams. So let's hammer down those fundamentals to create a truly unique and powerful voice in this industry. If you like this episode, if it got you fired up, do me a favor, share it with your friends. Looking at where we are now, where we were when I started this show 9 years ago, a confluence of new and strange events have thrust us into irrevocable change. First, it was probably the pandemic. And then there was an economic crisis that followed. There's been rapid shifts in power, the introduction of AI, and now a completely new and revised world order. These times call for different actions. We have to believe and behave in different ways. But what do I see when I look around on Reddit, on LinkedIn, all the big Agile certification news points and the service companies out there pushing their opinions? It's the same old stuff, isn't it? It's lots of advice, most of it pedestrian, most of it rooted in 10 or 20-year-old practices. There's no strategy, there's no action. Companies don't seem to have gotten the point that what we need right now is a new kind of courage, a different sort of bravery, new mindsets, and different action to take us into the future. And people, not just in Agile, mind you, right now feel betrayed. In almost every role you can see around the office, we feel somehow abandoned. We feel lost. We feel that the work that we did, that we thought was purposeful, ended up feeling disposable, invisible. This is no way to live. And if we don't change it, we're cooked. And to make matters worse, nobody's coming to save you. People's first instinct seems to be to chase the change or to resist it. When it comes to things like AI, don't fear AI. AI represents change, but it's relatively new. We're already noticing, even at this early point, that human intuition, human distinction, can't easily be modeled, much less replaced. A writer I really like put something in an email newsletter that I subscribe to today that I really liked. It's this: when speed becomes cheap, judgment carries a premium. So remember that. The thing you're good at, the thing that you studied for, the thing that you practiced, the thing that you believed that you would have carried to your grave with you still matters. It just doesn't feel like it in this present moment. What's going to change that? Simple. Focus on the one thing AI can never do: lead. It's our time to build a tribe. We've built one before, but it's time to change it. It's time to embrace those principles based on, as I say, what works, what we've seen in the industry. So when I say it's time to build a new tribe, you can join this one with me, with us, this uprising, this new movement, or you can build your own. Either way, now's the time. We've waited long enough at this point for our voices to matter at work, only to find out, to realize that at this moment they really don't. This is a planet of 8 billion people. Influence has moved too far toward the center. The thing about the center is, it's boring. It's pedestrian, it's expectable, and it's safe. So for example, this week on LinkedIn, what's the big thing? Having AI draw your caricature. Everyone's doing it. Follow the herd. Do what others do. Do what's expected. Don't question why. Just don't get left behind. But there is a better way, my friend. It's not to follow the herd. It's to lead it. And this is your call. Your experience is mastery. And mastery is gold. Mastery gets attention. It gets paid. It creates new wisdom. It creates new directions. Add to this experience your unique voice, your intuition, your DNA, your unique abilities and philosophies. You've earned those. You've earned something that few other people have. You know how to transcend the stupid stuff that big teams at scale can't seem to get around. So while the rest of us have thrown up our hands and given up and admitted defeat, we're going to do something different. Modern corporations are increasingly more and more about control. Controlling people, yes, to an extent, but also trying to control outcomes, even if they're uncontrollable. And that is about fake certainty, earned through scientific fancy estimation methods or multi-screen dashboards that conceal a truth that we all know, which is that we know nothing. The only way to get real certainty is to invest in failure, to experiment, to make attempts until we gather enough data to be just a little more certain than we were yesterday to fuel our forward motion. And a new economy calls for a new agility, and no one knows better what that is than us. So don't be afraid that it doesn't look the same. Don't be afraid that it doesn't feel clear. It won't look familiar. It's not supposed to. That's what forging new ground is all about. See, this isn't a time for comfort. Comfort in this economy keeps you trapped, makes you invisible, and it is hard to break some patterns. To get companies to do differently, that's the real work, because Agile is simple. It was designed to be simple. It's built right into the principles. But we typically haven't had a seat at the table to show people how to actually be Agile. Our most noble efforts to effect change have been pushed under. They've been drowned. They've been subverted. But this new movement won't allow for that. The alternative, by the way, is to say bye-bye to this thing that we've been doing for 5, 10, maybe 20 years, and to hope and pray that something better just comes along. But I'm going to say it one more time. It ain't coming. You have to drive it. Now, this kind of call is not for everyone, but I have a suspicion if you listen to this show, this probably sounds like you. This is a moment. This is a call. It is your season to rise. Freedom, fulfillment, meaning are on the other side. And that's what I'm focusing on in 2026. So I'll bring you those insights and those stories as I explore and fail. If you've stuck with me this far, or if you're brand new to the show, keep tuning in. Now, one last thing. As I'm at it, I want to bring some new bold voices to the core. People other than me. People who are doing great things in the name of agility, in the name of better service. The first is a fellow I want to introduce you to. He's from the States. He's doing great, brave work for the state of Minnesota around modernizing legacy, disparate, and complex systems. This is exactly the kind of thing that we hope Agile will help with, but it is sometimes the least obvious candidate because it's hard. It's challenging. It's tough to break through that legacy kind of thinking, where we do nothing unless we're certain about everything up front. Anyway, his name is Kevin Sutherland. I'm going to post his YouTube channel below. Check him out. And if you like him, subscribe and follow him. But I also want you to check out the work he's been doing for the great state of Minnesota. So there's a Vimeo link that demonstrates a new way of taking a service-oriented, stakeholder, meaning the end client-oriented view of providing better, faster service to the taxpayer. You can see how they're using real Agile principles, not scaled Agile principles, but how he's been encouraging his team, the executive leadership, and even external vendors to work and think differently. Now, this is the kind of stuff that could change everything. So check him out. I'll have a different profile for you to look at next week. In the meantime, you can find me at badassagile.com. You can check out my products and services at learning.fusechamber.com. Don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn. I look forward to seeing you next time, my friend. And until then, stay badass.